Democrats are a destructive force in America. I'm going to go over a video that was filmed today in my beloved hometown of Philadelphia, where you can see on the streets how the city is just unsalvageable now. If you want to see how politicians can completely destroy the lives of their own constituents, then stick with me through this short video. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich, and in this episode of RPW Media, we're going to be discussing how Democrats have destroyed my hometown of Philadelphia. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. I went to grade school there, high school, and college, all in Philadelphia. I moved out of the city in my late 20s, and I never looked back. Because even back then, Philadelphia was turning into a cancer. But what you're going to see today is off the charts unacceptable. It is unacceptable what's going on in that city. But I still love Philadelphia. I just can't stand what the Democratic Party has done to it and done to the people there. I grew up in the Roxborough section of Philadelphia, and I have to tell you, it was the greatest place for a kid to grow up. It really was. Kids in Roxborough had everything they needed. We had decent schools, not great, some were, but not most, but they were decent schools. My parents sentenced me to 12 years of Catholic school, but we had the Kendrick Recreation Center, which was 2 blocks away from where we grew up. This was what I still consider the largest playground I had ever seen. There were 2 baseball fields, a football field, a basketball court, 2 tennis courts, and an Olympic-sized swimming pool outdoors, and a community center where the kids could go in the summertime. They had all kinds of things to do, arts and crafts, you name it. Okay. So when it snowed, we had the Walnut Lane Golf Course close by. It had 2 main hills, Angels Hill and had Devil's Hill. Kids just had a blast. As a kid, when I stepped outside of my parents' house, there was an immediate baseball game about to happen because there were that many kids in the neighborhood. It was amazing. And all the kids were nice. They were all good kids. There was always something fun to do in the city, and now it's a complete shithole. And we can thank the Democrats for that. The city elected Larry Krasner as district attorney, and he's another one of those Soros-funded progressive DAs whose primary goal is releasing criminals rather than prosecuting them. I mean, it was an interesting social experiment what happens to a major metropolitan city like Philadelphia when you elect a DA who has those kinds of goals. Well, the results are predictable. Gun-related violent crime is skyrocketing in the city. The police force is demoralized. Victims of crimes and their families and advocacy groups, they feel betrayed. You know, I mean, what else can you say? It's just like every other big city run by Democrats in America. Now, what I'm going to show you here, this is a video of a man driving around today. He did this, okay? And it's the Kensington section of Philadelphia. Now, Kensington, going all the way back when I was a kid, was a not so nice section of town. Right? The people there, many of them there are solid people, love them, but Kensington's a bad area overall. It's always been loaded with crime and drugs, a lot of drinking, juvenile delinquents, criminals walking up and down the street. But now we have Mayor Jim Kenney. Let me pause that. He's the current mayor, okay? It started over. He's the current mayor of the city. And this is the same jackass who made it a big thing. He got all excited when Philly became a sanctuary city. You remember this?
A sanctuary city, yeah.
I mean, this guy, unbelievable. This was during the time when Trump was president, and the most dangerous place to be was between a Democrat and a news camera to announce that they got their city as a sanctuary city because Trump wanted to do something about the illegal immigration problem in this country, which is killing our country. All right, so the thing is, the Democrats can't even blame Republicans. I mean, they can't. The last Republican who was elected mayor of Philadelphia was Bernard Samuel, and that was, I think he left office in 1952. If my Catholic school math is right, that's 70 years. 70 years of single-party Democrat rule. There has not been a Republican in the mayor's mansion of Philadelphia for 70 years. So anything that's going on there is because of the Democratic Party that runs the city. I think that's how long the Republicans, since the Republicans controlled city council as well. Maybe longer, I don't know. But I know that there are very few Republicans inside city council. Okay? I believe Democrats go back to 1955 with the city council being the city council president. So any of the bad things going on in that city is directly because of the party that has controlled it for decades, like every other big major city in this country. Decades, some 100 years, Democrat rule. The Republicans are not the answer to all of your problems, but the Democrats are certainly the cause of all of your problems. Okay, so now I want to get back into this video. This is going to blow your mind. I'm going to pause it every now and then. So this is Kensington area. This was earlier today. And what you're going to see, you thought this kind of stuff only happens in California, right? San Francisco and other shithole cities that the Democrats destroyed. This is my beloved Philadelphia. Just hang with me here. You're going to see it in a minute. I'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're going down neighborhoods. Now watch this. You don't even see it at first. Did you see it? You didn't. There it is. See this person? See the person huddled over there? That's because of the drugs that they're on. Fentanyl, whatever the hell else they're using there. I know that Philly's now the heroin capital of the country. But just watch this. It looks like the guy stops. Now watch. This poor girl. Look at her. Can't even keep her head up. So stoned. This is the stuff, folks, that is coming over the border. All right, fentanyl, all the other crap comes over the border because we have an administration that completely opened the border. So it gets here. This isn't a border town. Now it's becoming a border town because of this problem. But that's nothing. Just wait until you see this. Look at this. Look at these two. This girl. I thought she was lighting something. No, that's her being. That's her life now. Stoned. Look at this. The guys in the back. This is unbelievable. Now look at this. The trash that's just thrown on the street. It's not picked up. It's just garbage, trash. It's just unbelievable. And there's a guy, Kensington guy's looking at it. He's probably waiting for a bus or a ride or something. I don't know, maybe a drug hookup. Who the hell knows? Stick with me, because there's more of this. Breaks my heart. There's the bridge. Is that Bridge and Pratt, maybe? Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. This guy's... the guy next to the girl bent over, he's smoking it. He's going to be like the other two next to him. They can't even keep their heads up. They're all stoned on... This is a girl who looks like the same girl from the last one. But no, it's not. But look at this. This is like The Walking Dead. These are just the streets. See these people? Look at this guy. He can barely stand there. See the guy or girl on the steps there? Same condition. Same thing. Got people walking around like zombies. I guess it hasn't hit them yet. It's hard. This is unbelievable what's going on. Now, this is because, look at this. Look at that. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Look at all the people here. They're just wanting to do drugs. Now watch this. Look at this. You see this? That's a typical corner now. Typical hangout in Philly. It wasn't like this. It really wasn't. What's going on now is just unacceptable, folks. Do you accept this? I don't. I don't accept this at all. Look at this guy. Same thing. Drugged out. Doesn't know where he's at. Barely keep his head up. That's his day. That's what he does now. Keep voting Democrat, folks. This is what you get. There's videos all over YouTube with that. Look at this, another one. There's videos all over YouTube of this for cities all across the country. Look at all these people. Now, the only saving grace for Philly is, unlike California, California is warm all year round. In Philly, it gets ice cold. People die on the streets in Philly. They don't want to go to shelters because shelters want you to be clean. Meaning from drugs. All right, they want the drugs. Think about it. They got the freedom to be out on the street. No rules. This is unbelievable. I mean, it's just never ending. Look. Guys searching for the drugs and spending the rest of their day stoned. Look at this. All along here. Can you imagine going to this park with your kid? Can you imagine this? The drugs. And then, you know, all the other crimes come from the drugs because people got to get money to buy their drugs, right? Look at this. Just everybody's stoned. Selling drugs. Homeless. This is Philly. You can't take your family to a park like that. You know, I thought Democrats were the ones that were into parks, right? They're into tax dollars paying for parks. I don't see any tax dollars cleaning up that park. Do you? Look at the filth there. They just gave up on it. Democrats just gave up on these kinds of things. They've given it over. Look at this. Unreal. It's a different world that you're not used to. But it's there. All these minds being wasted on drugs and this lifestyle. It wasn't this way. It just wasn't. I mean, this is terrible, folks. This is really bad. Most major metropolitan cities have been run by Democrats for hundreds of years. You see the same thing in all these cities. You see high crime rates, high drug abuse, high alcohol abuse, high unemployment rates. There's no jobs. Who the hell wants to have a business in a city like that? They're all pulling out. You know, you see the same thing, and it's all because of progressive Democrat policies. They've destroyed their cities. Yeah, each city has a nice section, you know, where upper middle class and the rich live, right? But what we just saw, I'm telling you right now, that's Philly. It wasn't like that 10, 15 years ago. It wasn't. It's really bad now. And the Democrats in charge, they accept it. I mean, Krasner could get cops out there to clean that up. You know, get the drug dealers out. Are they being paid off? Who the hell knows? But folks, that kind of shit has to stop. We're going to lose America. All right. Thank you for spending this time with me. We'll see you in the next one.